Okay, so for your thesis, you have it here as a question, and I think what you could do is maybe try and figure out maybe if you came up with a reason for that, and then use that as your thesis instead of asking it as a question, have it as an answer. If it was possible, maybe you could reword how she had lived with her grandmother since she was 3, just to make it like flow a little bit better, especially since it's the first line in this paragraph. The entire like lines in the bracket, I know that they're important, and it's to explain like her past. I think a big part of it should be like get more analysis in there rather than just explaining this happened and then this happened and then this happened. Okay, this line right here, the last one of this, paragraph is really good. It's done really well. I think you could maybe use this as your thesis rather than asking a question. I think that could work, or at least something similar to it. For the first sentence of the next paragraph, maybe you could like lead into it and explain how they went from just doing like simple bank robberies to like murders, just because it's sort of abrupt. It's an abrupt change right there. Again, in this the last paragraph, it would be make the paper better if you explain why they did this. All of a sudden, they're just killing people, which I get that's the point, but it's not really. There's not really a reason for why they're doing that. They just are. So. Okay, so I've noticed that the story of this is that he was sort of the main instigator of all of this, so it's definitely mostly his fault. I don't think she would have done this without him, so maybe you could use that to form a thesis and just talk about how people can be persuaded into doing things out of, like, infatuation. Okay, so I noticed that what I said before you had done down here, and again, if this is a conclusion, then you should like tie it into your intro and make them sort of similar. Just talk about the same things, especially like her reasons for doing that, since that was the main point of the paper. Okay, so that line that you had right, the second line in the actually it's the first one. The first one in the paragraph, that one's done really well. I like that one, and that was definitely like where you needed to get the whole paper to tie together the point of it. Okay, so here you use this quote twice. I know it's kind of an obvious thing, but I just figured that you should easily use it in one spot or another one, definitely not twice. And try not to end your paper with a quote. I would put it as like one of your thoughts, like a good, like strong sentence at the end to end it with.